Consider the plight of a young woman left to fend for herself and her 2 young children after being abandoned by the man she loved. Picture the hardship of living on the streets, where hope dwindles with each passing day, until a familiar face emerges from the shadows of the past. Is this a twist of fate, a chance at redemption, or simply another twist of the knife? Join us as we delve into a compelling narrative of love, betrayal, and the possibility of a new dawn. The streets of Abuja hummed with the evening rush as David sat in the back of his black Mercedes. His eyes drifted towards a figure seated on the ground behind a small roadside restaurant. Her clothes were worn out, and she held 2 small children close, a boy and a girl who looked around 5 years old. Something about her struck a chord of familiarity in him. As the car inched forward through the traffic, a disquieting feeling intensified. "Pull over," David instructed his driver. Stepping out, he approached the woman, his heart pounding in his chest. "Amanda," he said. The woman flinched and slowly looked up, her once vibrant eyes now clouded with pain. The moment she saw him, a flicker of shock crossed her face. "David," she finally managed, her voice barely a whisper. David remembered Amanda from their school days, the confident girl who had seemed oblivious to his existence. Now, she appeared utterly defeated. What happened to you?" David asked, his jaw tightening. Amanda looked down, her arms instinctively tightening around her children. "Leave, David. Just go." But he couldn't. Not after seeing her in such a state. Not after the memory of the vibrant girl she once was resurfacing in his mind. Amanda pulled her son and daughter closer, as if trying to shield them from him. "David," she whispered again, her voice filled with an uncertainty that tugged at his heart. This was not the Amanda he remembered. She had been a beacon of light, surrounded by friends, her laughter infectious. He recalled his secret admiration for her, the sting of her polite dismissal when he'd once tried to speak to her. Now, suppressing the ache of those past memories, David spoke softly but with a lot of concern. "Amanda, what happened? How did you end up here?" She lowered her eyes. "It doesn't matter. Just leave, please." David's chest tightened. "Amanda, this isn't right. You were meant for more than this." A faint, bitter laugh escaped her lips. "Life happened, David, and second chances aren't for everyone." He looked at her children and then back at her, his eyes filled with compassion. "Let me help you." Her head snapped up, her eyes flashing with a mix of anger, shame, and fear. "Help? You don't understand. You can't just fix everything. Some things are too broken." David exhaled slowly, steadying himself. "Maybe," he said, "but that doesn't mean you have to face it alone." Amanda turned away, holding her 5-year-old twins, Temi and Tunde, tighter. "Just go, David. This isn't your problem. Just go, please." David saw past the exhaustion to the suffering in her eyes. The Amanda he remembered was still there, buried beneath the weight of her hardships. He wasn't going to walk away. David's voice softened, yet held a firm resolve. "Come with me, Amanda. I can help you." She shook her head quickly. "No, we'll manage. I don't need your pity." David took a deep breath. "This is not pity, Amanda. This is me trying to help someone I know and care about. She shook her head. You don't understand. If I go with you, what happens next? I can't depend on anyone, David. Life has taught me that. David studied her. I know life has been unkind to you, Amanda, but you don't have to fight alone. Just then, one of the twins, Temi, whimpered, clutching at her stomach. David's heart sank. The other twin, Tunde, buried his face in Amanda's side, his small body trembling from the cold. David knelt before her, his gaze gentle but insistent. Amanda, look at these children. They need food and a safe place to stay. You don't have to do this alone. I believe fate has brought us together again for their sake. Tears welled up in Amanda's eyes. All right, she barely whispered, her voice thick with emotion. But just for tonight, she said. Relief washed over David. He helped her up and guided her and the children towards the car. The drive to David's house was quiet. Amanda stared out the window, lost in thought, as if afraid this newfound hope would vanish. David had already called ahead, asking for a warm meal to be prepared. When they arrived at his large welcoming home, Amanda hesitated. David placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. You don't have to feel this way, Amanda. You and the children are safe here. The dining table was laden with food, and Temi and Tunde ate with a hunger that tugged at David's heart. Amanda watched them, a mix of relief and sorrow in her eyes. Later on, the children were bathed and given fresh clothes. Alone with Robert in the living room, Amanda sat stiffly. Amanda, what happened? How did you end up like this? David asked gently. She recounted to him how she had met Adekunle, who had initially charmed her, but his true nature emerged. He was abusive, controlling, and eventually abandoned her when she became pregnant. Her family, devastated and disapproving, offered very little support. She had struggled to provide for her children, facing constant hardship. David listened, his chest tight with anger and sympathy. He never even cared about his children. Amanda didn't know where Adekunle was. A real man doesn't treat a woman like that and abandon her with his own children. It doesn't matter anymore, Amanda said wearily. What matters now is Temi and Tunde. They need stability. And they will have it, Amanda. You don't have to go through this alone anymore. I won't let you. A flicker of hope ignited in Amanda's eyes. I made a big mistake, David. I was too proud. Amanda, pride is not a crime. Wanting a good life is not a mistake. She admitted that she had ignored the warning signs about Adekunle and was too ashamed to seek help. No one deserves what happened to you, Amanda. No one. She remembered her dismissive attitude towards David in school. Life takes unexpected turns, Amanda. This isn't about the past. It's about doing what's right. You don't have to be ashamed, Amanda. Everyone makes mistakes. I don't want to be a burden, she said. A burden? Amanda, you are someone I knew, someone I once cared about. If I can help strangers, why can't I help you? Don't consider this a debt, Amanda. Think of it as a chance for you to get back on your feet, for Temi and Tunde to have a better life. Slowly, Amanda nodded. Okay, David, I'll try. The next morning, David arranged for new clothes for Amanda and the children, taking them to a boutique. Afterwards, he took them for a medical checkup. The doctor confirmed the children were underweight, but would recover with proper nourishment. "Why are you doing all this?" Amanda asked, her voice laced with suspicion. "Because I care, Amanda. People don't just help without expecting something in return, David. What do you want?" David sighed. "Not everything in life has a hidden price, Amanda. I just want to see you and the children safe." Amanda apologized and admitted that she had been struggling to trust anymore. "Don't trust me all at once," he said. "Just take things one at a time, okay?" The following morning, David offered Amanda a job at his company. Though she was hesitant, she accepted, and David assured her he believed in her ability to learn. Her first days were challenging, but David's encouragement and her determination helped her learn quickly. Temi and Tunde thrived in their new environment, their laughter filling the house. They affectionately called David Uncle David. One evening, Amanda watched them interact with David. Several weeks later, a legal letter arrived. Adekunle was back and demanding custody of Temi and Tunde, claiming his parental rights. Amanda was devastated and terrified, the memories of his abusive behavior flooding back. David immediately hired a lawyer, determined to protect Amanda and the children. A tense and grueling court battle ensued. Amanda had to relive the horrors of her past relationship. But with David's unwavering support and compelling evidence of Adekunle's abandonment and abusive tendencies, the judge ruled in Amanda's favor, granting her full custody of Temi and Tunde. Adekunle, defeated and with his lies exposed, was ordered to stay away. In the aftermath, Amanda felt a profound sense of relief and gratitude towards David. One quiet evening, she thanked him, her voice thick with emotion. Later, David confessed his love for her, emphasizing that he wanted her to choose him for who he was, not out of obligation. Amanda was overwhelmed, the scars of her past making her hesitant. David promised he would never abandon her or the children. Amanda admitted her fear of making another wrong choice. David assured her to take her time. As the days went by, Amanda witnessed David's genuine care and unwavering support. One evening, she confessed that she loved him too. Soon after, David proposed, and Amanda joyfully accepted. David suggested they visit her family, and after some hesitation, she agreed. The reunion was emotional, with her mother's tearful embrace and her father's heartfelt apology. Amanda forgave him, and her father gave David his blessing. With capital provided by David, Amanda started a small but successful clothing business, finally achieving financial independence and securing her children's future. The wedding day arrived, a vibrant celebration of love and second chances. Amanda radiated happiness, and David looked every bit the devoted husband. The twins, Temi and Tunde, now comfortable and secure, called David Daddy. One evening, as they tucked the children into bed, Amanda turned to David, her eyes filled with love and gratitude. "I am happier than I ever thought possible," she whispered. They had found true love and a new beginning, proving that even after the deepest heartbreaks, hope and happiness can bloom again. Amanda's journey showed that strength lies in accepting help and that true love is found in the depths of someone's character.